Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and welcome to the Choking Hazard Podcast, episode 84, hopefully. This video is brought to you by the YouTube area of my website. Check out every single video series I've done, categorized by game type, alongside chronological playlists and extra info at broughy.com/YouTube. With my usual co-hosts, Sugar-Free Nos over there.
That's me.
RDT, who's actually here, down there.
That's him.
Josh over in the corner.
Hello.
And Hammer in the booth.
What's up?
I think I'm gonna title this one quite spicy because we're gonna talk about GTA 6 speculation in this one.
Oh,
We're gonna talk about FiveM removing vehicles and all this kind of stuff. We've got updates to hopefully I want to hear some updates from Nos's phone situation, and we need to clue RDT in on what he missed over the last 2 months. Where have you been, RDT?
Just been living life, grabbing life by the horns, doing stuff. I was alluding to this in the pre-show. Might be being made an honest man, so I've been spending time with a special lady recently. So I've been doing that a lot of weekends. She lives kind of far away, so I gotta devote. Gotta devote some time to drive down there.
How far away? I'm curious now. I was going to talk about GTA straight away, but 90 minutes? That's not too bad.
It's not the worst in the world. But yeah, I mean, September was crazy for me. I had weekends where I had a wedding on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, God.
So I couldn't do anything.
Have you tried being less popular? Have you tried like if you had less
really
friends,
hard.
you know how many weddings I've been into in the last 2 years? One.
Really hard for me. I'm like super charming and attractive, so everyone likes me. I don't know.
You just gotta
I'm
be
not
less
convinced about the lack of
attractive
beard, though. I think I preferred the beard.
A lot of people are saying that. I did it. So I did it to in solidarity with a friend of mine who's doing Movember. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. I did it last
It's like
year.
you shave the first of the month and then you just grow a mustache. So in a month, you're going to see me with a stash of Rooney.
That would be interesting because I did it last year and I didn't grow that much. So it'll be interesting to see how much you've grown and then we could compare a month's worth of growth from me last year and you this year.
Yeah, that will be interesting. I've never done straight up stash. So this is, my facial hair doesn't grow in that quickly. I shaved on Wednesday and I got a little bit of stubble.
Yeah, the other explanation is that RDT's girlfriend didn't like the beard. So it went.
Well, we'll see. She hasn't really seen me yet. And then I had like a music festival, 2-day music festival that I was at, got to see the Killers and Foo Fighters headline. That was really good. And then right after that, I went to Ireland for a week. So just had an action-packed September. Then October was filled with whatever. I turned 29.
We've all been a little late for the October one. Have you turned 29? When was your birthday?
October 10th. 10/10.
Happy birthday.
Every year. Yeah, thank you.
29,
So,
one year away.
Yeah, I know. It's looming. And just to answer Bloody Squirrel's question, no, I did not shave. I hopped out of the shower about half an hour ago, so it's a little wet. And my hair gets really dark when it's wet. So those are some basic updates from me.
All right. I want to hear more later on in the
later on for sure. I don't want to make the whole beginning about me because people will click off immediately.
Yeah, for those who are still here and have been brought in by the title that I think I've pretty much already got the title set out. Why do you all believe that the GTA 6 trailer is coming tomorrow or the next day or the next day? Nobody knows. Stop believing these idiots on Twitter. Oh my God.
I got a source, bro. Trust me, bro.
That's been
I got a source.
Have you guys been seeing all this shit that people like?
Yes, for some reason. My Twitter feed is filled with GTA Intel and GTA 6 info.
Oh my God. I hate it so much. And it's unbelievable how people are believing all of this. Like, you know, all these people are just huffing so much copium and trying to look at all these little patterns of, oh, well, this was released on this day 25 years ago, so it's going to be a trailer on this day now. And there was some leak on some website that said they give details of exactly what's going to be in the trailer. All total bullshit, obviously, but the song was, it said that the song was Genesis's That's All. And then you go to Genesis That's All on YouTube, the music video, and the comments are just full of people saying GTA 6. I was here before the announcement. Oh yeah, GTA 6 is going to make this song explode. I couldn't believe it.
This song explode. One of Genesis's most popular songs.
Oh my god.
You're right. The amount of copium and like galaxy brain level connections that I've seen on Twitter is insane. When they announced the Halloween stuff, just the V and like part of the N or something in Vinewood. Or, it was the V and the I was shown.
Yeah,
and they were like,
the characters were stood in front of the Vinewood sign, yeah.
And it's a full moon, so they're going to announce it on the next full moon, which is October 3rd. I'm like, what are you talking about, homie? It's insane.
It's unreal, man. Like, I couldn't believe that music video when I went on it, and I just filtered the comments by newest, and it was just like hundreds and hundreds of comments of people saying GTA 6 tomorrow. You know, I just thought, oh my god, people are. I don't understand how can they think that any of it is real? Like, I know we're all excited for like the next GTA game, but thank you, Nos, for the 73 months.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was watching an ad on your channel because I was bringing up chat, and I was like,
just use chatty, bro. Yeah, it's nuts. I just don't get it. They say, oh, October 26th is Rockstar's favorite day to drop something. Tuesday's Rockstar's favorite day. When has Rockstar ever done anything logical or reasonable?
Yeah,
especially when it comes
specifically,
to
when has Rockstar ever like treated their back catalog with any sense of
exactly right?
Anniversaries or anything like that?
You have 10-year anniversaries, 20-year anniversaries of all these different games, and not a peep from Rockstar ever about it. No, it's not even a tweet from of a celebration.
Yeah, and I think we can all probably assume that GTA 6 is going to be the biggest launch of all time. I would not be surprised if it broke every video game sale day one.
Yeah, it will. GTA 5 did that. So
yeah, so. They're going to take their time. They don't have to rush anything out. Just let them do their thing.
And the longer they wait, even the better, because the more people end up getting PS5s and Xbox Series X's and the new gen platforms, and they're only going to release them on those two initially. They're not going to release it on PC. So.
A new GTA 6 customer is born every day, gentlemen.
It's true. Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah. Stop believing it. If you've believed any of it so far, stop it. Just stop. All right? I know that most
Someone's
people who
watch this podcast.
Yeah, no, everyone who watches this probably didn't believe it anyway, but like, yeah.
Yeah, we have a pretty intelligent audience.
Unfollow these Twitter profiles and all this crap. Nobody knows anything.
Nas, what is that insightful poster in the background? What is that?
Oh,
insightful.
Oh, that's hold on here. I'll change the.
I'm just curious what it's not like a game or anything, is it?
No, they're actually. So my grandmother used to work at a Mazda dealership, and
okay,
so it's insightful engineering, spirited performance. So
okay, someone's gonna watch this.
Yeah, I've always had them, but I guess you just couldn't see them in the old place. So
no, I just think someone's gonna watch this. Be like, insightful engineering was opened up in 1977, October 27th.
No, what I'm waiting for is for someone to come along and tell me, actually, don't you know it's spirited performance, insightful engineering? It's you've got the wrong way around, because I looked online and I couldn't find which order they're supposed to go in, so I just chose the order I liked. So hopefully I did it right.
Do you, man? You do, you do.
All right, we'll quickly go through all the Rockstar / GTA related stuff because the FiveM, we talked about it when Rockstar bought FiveM a few podcasts ago, and we were curious about what it meant for the future and all that sort of stuff. And well, we've had our first taste of that over the last few weeks with Rockstar enforcing. To be fair, the stuff that was in this, I know it's PLA, but I don't know what that actually stands for. I keep forgetting. We have a command actually. Let me look. Platform license agreement. Thank you. So Rockstar basically, it was always in the platform license agreement for FiveM or something that you're not allowed to take any content from other games and things like that. But Rockstar have actually now started to enforce that. So all these FiveM servers with real world vehicles like Mercedes and Audi and all this kind of stuff, they need to remove all ththose cars.
Yeah, RP server's seething right now.
Yeah.
Now Project Homecoming is the only server with custom cars that exists. And Eighth Gear, obviously.
Eighth Gear had to remove all of the real world tracks. So we've been racing around Monaco, Le Mans, Laguna Seca, all that kind of stuff. Those are all gone now. Project Homecoming had to remove about 80 vehicles that were some models, like maybe 5 or 10 of them was kind of models from other games in terms of like a Forza Motorsport model or something like that. But the majority of them were just from GTA 4. And that's been the biggest, and Rockstar specifically said in their update to the platform license agreement that you can't even use stuff from our other games. So you can't even use cars from GTA 4 or the Mafia games or anything like that. So I totally understood all of the the real world tracks on 8th Gear were on borrowed time anyway. It was just nice that we got to race them to a certain extent. The real world cars I've never liked, to be honest, when it comes to these RP servers having them. It just made no sense to have the real world cars.
And they were always poor quality.
Yeah, they were
no LOD models, no terrible.
But Rockstar have obviously now found a way to just go that extra little bit and not even allow cars from their own IPs. So yeah, all of it is gone. But the modding community, in the video that I put up about it, incredible track at the end, and we've had some incredible mod creations of cars that are built completely from scratch. So it's fine for places like 8th Gear and Project Homecoming who have a wide amount of cars like that. But yeah, some of these RP servers who just had full custom real world cars, I don't know what they've done, but they must have had a bad day.
I don't understand because when we talked about this before, when they first bought FiveM, I was like, oh yeah, other game companies, they don't remove copyrighted stuff from like community hosted servers because it's not their what the hell, like it's not their responsibility. I don't understand. The cross-pollination thing of their products makes sense because their modding rules or whatever, you're not allowed to mix games in their mods. Like when they clamped down on the whole modding situation, they did that. So stuff that like GTA United, where it puts GTA 3, Vice City, and SA map together, was not allowed anymore, and that got taken down. So I feel like the reason they don't like that cross-pollination stuff is because they want people to buy the other games as well.
Yeah.
That must be the reason. Like, they want you to buy GTA 4 and GTA 5 and not just have access to GTA 4 content in 5, I suppose.
Yeah, like, so you haven't bought GTA 4, yet you're using GTA 4 cars. That's not allowed.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, that makes sort of sense. But still, like, the copyright, that's so weird. I wonder why they've done that.
Yeah, because when we were talking about it, I remember now, we were talking about how, like, it's not on necessarily FiveM or Rockstar's responsibility what goes on in the servers. It's the server owner's responsibility, and if they are open to, like, copyright issues, it'll be on the server owners, it wouldn't go back to the platform itself. But
yeah, it's like if I upload a movie to YouTube, it's like I get in trouble, not YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing, like.
I think that, I mean, for me personally, this is all about GTA 6, and it always has been. Like, they bought FiveM specifically so that they can lock everything down for GTA 6, making FiveM the only place for all these RP servers. There won't be a 6M, for example, making it so that you can't bring any GTA 6 assets into FiveM by doing this early and saying, oh, you can't do GTA 4 assets into FiveM either. Like, it's all about, for me, GTA 6. And GTA 6 is the only place where you're going to be able to get any GTA experience. They don't want FiveM again for GTA 6. And I think that's why they bought it in the first place.
We'll make a good game, bozos. Like, I mean, if you don't want third-party multiplayer, make good first-party multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like,
what's stopping anyone making one? I said that in the video the other day. They would just shut it down. Like, Rockstar even put like non-compete clauses in the FiveM stuff when they bought that as well. Like, they'll just get rid of it. Like they would have done with FiveM if it hadn't gotten too big before they had a chance.
So I remember before the definitive editions came out, Rockstar went on a rampage of removing all the like mods and stuff for the original trilogy games.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the R3 thing, like the reverse engineered 3D games, where they were like public, like you could port stuff to Switch. Like people were playing GTA 3 on Switch, and Rockstar's like, "Hey, we're about to try to sell GTA 3 on Switch. Can you like not?" So they put all that stuff down. So it's like, I feel like maybe this stuff doesn't make sense now, but maybe in the future it will. Because once Definitive Edition came out, it made perfect sense why they were doing all this. Yeah. Because they didn't want mods to just be better Definitive Editions, and they didn't want people to have the game for free on Switch or whatever. So maybe they're gonna do some roleplay stuff in GTA 6 themselves. But, like, I don't know. Like, it just seems weird why they'd be going after specifically this. Like in the part when I said, but in the past they wanted to control the massive like media, like online presence of GTA 5. That would make sense without doing what they're doing now. But now, if they're like shutting this stuff down, it seems strange. So yeah, now I'm swinging back to what you guys are the pessimistic outlook on this.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay, this seems pretty crap then.
The thing is with me, like, I think yes, they are within their rights to do all of this, like everything that they've done. They don't have to allow GTA 4 cars on these FiveM servers because people didn't buy GTA 4 when they might be using them. Like, it makes sense from a literal legal perspective and whatnot, but it almost shows like just the contempt they have for their community, that their community love their games so much that they want cars from a 15-year-old game in their updated FiveM server because they love those cars and they love that game. But Rockstar there's no leeway whatsoever. They don't care about that.
Yeah, and do they think that if they take the GTA 4 cars out of FiveM, people are going to be like, oh man, I really want to drive that car. I got to go buy GTA 4 now.
The PMP 600. Yeah. I need it.
If anything, it's the other way around. If you drive it on FiveM, you're like, oh yeah, this was great. Oh yeah, GTA 4 was really good. Oh, I want to buy it and play it again.
It's probably more them just like getting in front of like people recreating GTA 4 in GTA 5 or whatever, right? Like,
so and also getting ahead of bringing GTA 6 stuff into FiveM as well.
Yeah, GTA 6 stuff into FiveM makes a lot of sense as well. Yeah, don't let them do that.
Yeah, well, that's. I thought it would be we should. I mean, I did 2 videos about it, say doing all the tracks one last time and talking about all the removals. But I thought we should talk about it a little bit on the podcast since it's a follow up to what we did a few months ago when Rockstar bought it, and the pessimism is. The pessimists are doing right so far.
Wasn't there one thing that was good that I remember being correct about? There was one good thing. Oh, the hiring. They're hiring more people.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they've hired a couple of extra people to work on.
Yeah, so they're actually developing it. Yeah. But, yeah, so mixed so far. I don't
know. And then final last thing on Rockstar, I finally got a response from them regarding the whole racing team interview.
This is years old, isn't it?
If you remember. For those who don't remember or haven't heard about it, I wanted to interview. I actually got into Rockstar have a racing team. There's a few guys from Rockstar North. They raced at the Nürburgring 24 hours. I think it was last year. They won their class, and I actually got in touch with the main guy who runs the team And I sent him an email saying, hey, we'd love to have you on the podcast and talk about your exploits in real life racing and GTA and all this kind of stuff. And he was like, yeah, I'm up for it. Sounds great to me. I'll just get in touch with the Rockstar guys to make sure they're okay with it. And of course, they weren't okay with it because I never heard from him again. And I heard from some other guy from Rockstar who said, "Oh yeah, the racing team won't have any availability right now. So, but we'll look at it in the future." What?
That's not what your guy said.
Yeah, that's not. He was up for it. Yeah,
he's like, we're on the off season, whatever.
But then, like a month later, there was a Washington Post article about it. So they obviously took my idea and just gave it to some like journalist from the Washington Post. And then, oh yeah, now they had an interview with a Rockstar racing team, but we couldn't have it.
Got to be careful. Waypo is owned by Amazon, Jeff Bezos. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, we got to be careful with what we're saying here. This might go offline immediately.
Yeah, we are on the Bezos platform.
I did find it funny that happened like a month after I came up with the idea to interview them and let them all know that this exists. I bet the guy who responded to me didn't even know that there was a Rockstar racing team in the first place. He was like, oh, that could make a good story. Let's hit up our contacts in the actual media. But
you're saying we're not journalists?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me just find the email.
This is going to be good.
So it was the 30th of October 2022 that this guy contacted me from Rockstar community team. And he's just said the team are not currently available to take you up on the invitation and we'll get back in touch. And I remember during the podcast where I was explaining it, I said, I'm going to email him every month and continue to ask about it. And barring a few months where I've missed, I've pretty much done that.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Let me see. So I emailed back at the end of October after that email. Then I emailed in January, March, April, June, November. So there was a gap, and then I got in touch. Yeah, so 1st of November I emailed again. And then he responded to me on the 2nd of November because he probably got sick of me emailing.
Bruh, knock it off.
Nothing positive from the email, of course, but he said, thanks for checking in. The crew aren't doing any press in the foreseeable future. When we do start looking into doing anything again, we can pick this back up and see if there's any potential there. So I sent an email back, obviously, just saying, "Oh, would that potentially be after GTA 6 arrives? Like, am I assuming that you're just not doing anything because you don't want them to accidentally say something on a podcast? Probably." But yeah, I got a response. It wasn't obviously. I was never going to be anything positive, but I badgered him enough into giving me a response, and I'm not going to continue doing it every month, but I might follow up every 3 or 4 months or something. I'm not going to let it lie. If the Washington Post article hadn't happened, I probably would have let it lie. But the fact that they gave an interview to somebody else, taking my idea for an interview, like, screw it. I'm absolutely going to keep on top of it. But yeah, I'm obviously annoying him. He's like the head of the community at Rockstar or something, so he'll probably never see this. I mean, I apologize to him for annoying him, but also I will continue doing it.
He still doesn't know who you are.
I know, right?
He has no idea.
I'm just immediately put on a blacklist, probably.
Just straight to the spam folder.
Yeah. All right, so that was all the Rockstar stuff I wanted to talk about.
That's what it was. He checked his spam folder the once a year that he checks it. So, it's this guy again.
Yeah, who's Broughy 1322?
Yeah. At least you make him work for his money. Well, most of them he probably just ignored, so it didn't take him long to write one email response. But I obviously haven't had a response to my follow-up, and I was never gonna. So, Nos, do you have any updates for us? Because specifically regarding your phone,
no,
I think we all could do with some updates.
Shut up.
Yeah, fill me in, please.
How much is your phone bill, RDT? Like your mobile phone every month, how much do you pay?
So I pay for myself and my mom. And I also just relatively recently got a new phone, so it went up a bit. But I pay like $180 maybe a month.
How much of that is for the phone?
I think that's like $30 maybe.
Jesus Christ! I thought it was going to
30
be
for the
different
phone
since
and
you're in the
150
city.
for.
Yeah, for unlimited text talk data.
Finally, someone who.
So here in the UK, right, unlimited text and unlimited calls has been a standard feature since like 2005 or something, like
Yeah.
2000, right?
It's the data, I think, mostly that gets you.
Yeah, of course, but like even that is like okay, for reference, we were laughing very hard at Nos's phone bill because of exactly this. But I have like 12 gigs of data, and I couldn't go to I have 12 gigs of data for what is it, like £12 a month, and I could pay £5 to make that month unlimited data. Right?
Oh my
God. Yeah, it's like
unlimited.
insane.
Everything is like 20 quid usually.
Yeah.
I mean, my bill this month is going to be insane because I was in Ireland, and with the travel pass, every day that you use it, it's $10, and I was there for a week, and my mom was there for a week and a little plus.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
add that up,
right.
it's like an additional $100-something.
Yeah, that's right. Here, in the EU around, like you can use your phone throughout all of the EU for free. It's just like normal.
Yeah.
But I remember when I went to Canada, I bought a SIM card specifically for Canada to have like a little bit of data for our holiday because I didn't want to get crazy fees like that using the same SIM.
I just leave my phone at home.
You should have just got another like an Irish SIM for like it would have been cheaper.
Probably.
I think it's 3 in the UK. You don't need to bother getting a SIM card for a different country, like Canada. You can get one from 3, put £10 on it. It's like a pay-as-you-go thing, and they offer roaming to like the US, Canada, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's just included. So it's not just Nos then. That's it's an America thing.
I'm trying to review my bill.
So I would have thought it would be different since RDT's in a city. I would have thought it would have been okay. Whereas
that's insane.
Nos is out in the sticks, right? Or the desert, I guess.
How was that?
Because Nos, after the last time, didn't you say after the podcast that you actually hadn't used hardly any of your data anyway that you were paying for?
That is true. This is true, which is surprising given that I'm always GPS tracked at work. I figured that I would have used more data, but that's why I got the unlimited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna use like 1 billion gigabytes of data every month because I'm being tracked. But it didn't work out that way. So
does GPS use data? I don't know.
GPS uses data depending on if you're using like Google Maps or something.
Yeah, like loading the map uses data.
Yeah, well, it's not me using the GPS. It's like I have an app on my phone that connects to the Domino's store.
So that like the customer can track the delivery and stuff.
Yeah, so it must be uploading. Yeah, it has to be uploading data to the customer. So okay.
Damn. Yeah. You guys are paying way too much for your phone.
Took a gander at my bill.
You're telling me.
$65 for my mom's phone is totally paid. So it would be $65. Normally it'd be like $65 each.
Who do you have, by the way? Verizon?
Verizon.
Well, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
$65 per month just for service. Wow.
America.
That's like 3 times what we pay.
Yeah. The hell?
All right. Well,
so that was like the whole thing was that he pays a bunch of money.
They were
we couldn't believe it.
He had a little budget that he was working out for his move. That when we were like, the phone was like $300 or something. We were like,
it was $140. It wasn't $300.
We were like, oh, you got the latest iPhone there? And I was like, you punched it out. It's like, nah, it's just service. And we were like, what?
Oh,
but it felt like 300. What's that even mean?
So have you looked at any other options though? Like, do you have other options, like in terms of providers or lesser amounts?
You get Mint Mobile, you get Cricket.
But are they all just as expensive as each
other? The poor people phone service
Consumer
for poor
cellular.
dirty people.
Consumer cellular for seniors. You know.
Oh
you
yeah,
do
the
that.
boomer. I want the jitterbug, bro. Give me that jitterbug.
Go to Metro PCS if that's even still a thing.
So it's just
what was that one? Boost Mobile. That used to be a thing too.
I'm gonna go to Singular, bro. That's where I'm going. Singular.
Actually, the guy who started Singular, or he was like a high executive at Singular, used to live in my hometown. Oh. His house was the best to go trick or treating at because his butler would just answer the door and like he'd be like, "Take 4 king size candy bars, please." I was like, "Why are you British? We're in New Jersey, bro." He was like, "You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just putting that on."
At least our cars are cheaper to fuel. I mean, yeah, that's true. But then we don't have as far to drive.
And public transport, so you don't need to.
It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Anything that's cheaper in one country is more expensive in the other, and it all just probably works out the same anyway. All right.
It was Vonage, actually. It wasn't Singular, now that I think of it.
Well, other updates, Nos. You are in a new location.
Yes, I'm in a new mobile home. Yes.
Is it you're all settled in?
Well, not completely settled in, but we're almost there. I've got a couple things left to do, a couple things left to buy, but for the most part, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, what else? What else is there to do? I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a couple pieces of furniture we still want to buy, and there's a couple things that still need to be hung up, and other stuff like that. But for the most part, the inside of the house is pretty much done. So
how was the move? Like, was it
terrible?
painless?
I hate it.
Oh,
I hate moving. It's the worst.
I've moved houses once, and it's one time too many.
Yeah, we were gonna move a lot slower than we ended up moving. But the lo and behold, I can't just have only good things happen. The transmission in Mavis's truck is going out.
Oh.
So so as soon as that started to go out, it's like, okay, well, we've got to move immediately now because I couldn't like take her to the old house and then me come to the new house or what. Like it's just too much. So and then we also don't we don't have a truck to do the move ourselves anymore. So we just had to get family member of mine, my aunt, to help. So got a trailer and just got pretty much everything in one go. So
this girl's got the worst luck with vehicles.
Yeah, you're telling me, bro.
It's a pertinent question that Phil asks in the chat. Do you already regret living with 2 women?
Not at all. Not at all. It's great. It's great. I've enjoyed my time so far.
So it's been.
Don't look into that any deeper.
But it's great. There's not so much money right now because I've just been hemorrhaging money buying things. But once we stabilize and we get all the stuff we need, there's just gonna be so much money your mind can't comprehend, bro.
It's gonna be so much better off.
Gonna be swimming in money. So
Dutch Vanderlyn over here.
I have a plan. I just need money.
We'll be able to make the road trip happen then.
Maybe so. But how much of that money will go to the phone bill? I'm gonna beat you up. I swear.
But it's been fine living with a roommate. Like I don't know. I would find it strange.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I mean, it's because it's not like some kind of like sterile roommate situation. Like we're good friends. The 3 of us are good friends. So I think I was in here playing Rocket League, and she's like a sweaty Dark Souls player. So she was. Yeah, I know, right? So she was playing Dark Souls, and then Mavis was playing her little Oxygen Not Included game that she plays. Yeah, she likes that one. So it's just a good time, We're just chilling, hanging out, having a good time.
Almost a throuple.
Yeah, almost. Anyway,
the way you said almost.
So, but
you don't do that hand gesture.
Do you have any more burning questions about our move, sir?
How is the trailer, the house, significant improvement over your previous living situation?
Significant? No. I mean, it's certainly better, certainly nicer being here. We downsized a bit, obviously. So, and with the roommate, I don't have like a dedicated office space. But like I was talking about earlier in the pre-show and a little bit here, I think that the desk that I have and the way I have the living room set up has ended up looking like not as bad as I thought it would in terms of like, because I feel like when you put your gaming rig in your living room, like there's a big risk that like it'll look kind of like you're a child, But I think the room's turned out to be not so bad. So
That's the joy of living in your own space. You get to just do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, when you want to have people over in your space, you don't want it to look like a child's bedroom. And
who are you gonna have over? Like the Dalai Lama?
No,
You're gonna have people that like-minded individuals. I imagine you don't hang out with people that are like.
Well, I mean
snooty.
that's true, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. I don't think it's a other people thing. I think it's a me thing.
How is it living back, sort of where you used to live?
Oh, it's great. It's a much better neighborhood.
Yeah.
The neighborhood I was in previously was a lot busier. And it was just nothing but straight piped engines and loud bass, like all day, every day.
Hell yeah.
Just all day.
That was really good.
It's terrible. I hated it. You couldn't get any. It's just terrible. So living back over here, I'm next door to my grandmother again. Back with family, back closer to work, back in a nicer town. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. So once everything stabilizes and we've gotten in the rhythm of the bills and stuff like that and everything, I think it's going to be even better, and it's already pretty good. I haven't had much time to be here, to tell you the truth, because I've been working so much, and even when I have been here, I've been working on here.
Yeah. So you haven't really had a chance to like enjoy it yet.
Yeah, I haven't. I've had like maybe 2 nights because I usually come home from work and I make a bag of popcorn and I watch like Doug DeMuro or Tyler Hoover or one of those other assorted car YouTubers, and I've only gotten to do that once so far in my new house, which is disappointing. That's what I do to unwind. So I like popcorn and I like living vicariously through car YouTubers.
Dude,
so
is there anything better than popcorn? Honestly, I love it.
Xerxes loves popcorn too. I'm kind of I like it, but I'm not crazy about it.
I don't like sweet popcorn. I don't like salted.
No, I like salted.
Yeah,
the more salt, the better.
Oh, I would get the Costco Kirkland brand movie theater butter. It was like 44 packets of microwavable popcorn for like $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dinner some nights. I love popcorn, bro.
Fellow popcorn enjoyers in the chat. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been really nice. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully at some point I'll have some free time. I'll do some streams of my own. Maybe because the house is so small, I could really just do a house tour on my little handheld webcam that I have on this. So I can at least like show off the living room and whatnot and stuff. So maybe do like a house tour kind of.
They're right next to the kitchen. You can do some cooking streams.
Yeah, that is true. All I gotta do is turn the cameras and boom, I'm in the kitchen. So
Nice.
Speaking of houses, you've been in your house for a while, Josh. How's that going?
Yeah, good.
Apart from getting your bike stolen, obviously, but like
Yeah,
all things inside the house.
Yeah, the actual house situation itself is fine. Yeah, we've been doing good. I still don't have much furniture. We've been trying to like. Do you guys? Well, I don't know if the Americans do, but have you guys heard of Free Cycle? Like the this is very anti-American. It's like a website where people put their old stuff up for free, and you just have to go to their house and take it.
For free?
Yeah. It's like recycling stuff.
I've never heard of the site, but I've like given stuff away for free on Facebook Marketplace before.
Sure.
It's like Silver and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a dedicated like free trading only site.
Yeah, okay.
You can go to Craigslist and stuff. But...
Yeah, you can do that sort of stuff. But I trawl there every now and then for like random things to get. Like we're just trying to find where we can do that before we like invest in. Because when you're renting, like investing in furniture is kind of weird, right? Because every time I've moved so far, I've always just thrown all my furniture away or like left it there or whatever. So
Yeah.
can't ever take it with me, so trying to avoid that again.
I see.
But yeah, otherwise it's fine here. Yeah, we're doing good. The internet situation is still messed up. I still only have like normal internet, not full fiber.
Oh,
and
really?
We couldn't. I don't remember if I talked about this, but I guess we couldn't get full fiber. Vodafone like screwed me over.
I remember that you saying they
I
screwed
remember
you
that.
over, but I thought it was like you were gonna get it later on, but they just didn't. Like they messed up. No, you just can't get it at all.
It just never happened. Well, it just never happened.
Oh,
And they're the only ones that offer it here. But I keep getting letters from them that are like, oh, by the way, did you only get full fiber here? And I'm like, just fucking, I know, like you screwed me on it. Like, yeah, it's the address is weird for reasons I won't divulge for docs reasons, but
Right.
yeah, it makes sense why it's a bit difficult. So yeah, I only have like phone line internet, and I'm trying to catch up with my VODs YouTube channel, like the channel I just dump all my streams like raw onto. Trying to catch up with that, and I'm just maxing my upload like constantly.
I know.
Like, I have
pain. What is your upload speed?
Like 38 megabits or something like that. It's not
That's
very
better than I ever
that's what
had in my previous.
that's what I
like,
have,
two.
too.
Yeah,
times,
it's for a phone line internet. It's pretty damn good,
Yeah.
but it's still nothing compared to like 900 or whatever. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I have a Raspberry Pi under my desk with a little USB hard drive loader thing, and it's just uploading videos from the hard drive, just on 24/7.
I think I had 20 in the old house and upload, and that was like I could just get by with it. And then as soon as I moved here, it was 10, and then that became really problematic when it came to uploading videos and everything and backups and stuff. Now I'm all right, but like it was. It makes things a lot more difficult, truthfully, having slow internet.
Yeah. If I absolutely could, I would definitely get full fiber and just like have like 900 up and just like now like no problems now. Just do all the streams.
Yeah.
This thing like the relaxing of the rules of the restreaming. I don't know if we have that on the topics.
But
you're allowed
to
to
put that down. Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch made it so you're allowed to restream to YouTube and stuff now as well.
Yeah.
So like. Without using a restreaming service, I can't do that because my internet isn't good enough. But if I had full fiber, I'd just be like, I'll just stream to all the platforms at once, right? But,
yeah, I'm planning to experiment with that actually. So next
you have
Sunday.
Like your YouTube presence is pretty big, right? So like
your
decent.
YouTube streams do as well as your Twitch streams. I would
Yeah.
It's
good.
like it's essentially doubling my audience, I think, for most of the time. So
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll see how it goes because I don't want to have to deal with YouTube chat and full fiber for the third of a price of a US mobile bill.
God, you people are so lucky I'm not a mod here anymore. I would ban all of you.
Yeah, I was thinking about so the rules are you're not allowed to, on the Twitch stream, you're not allowed to have other platform stuff on it. So you're not allowed to have like YouTube alerts or chat or anything mixed into the Twitch stream. But I was thinking right now, for me, I send out a copy of the stream to Twitch and then I locally record a different copy, like I'm encoding the stream twice. But since YouTube allows so much higher like encoding and bitrate and all that stuff, what I could do is I could have two OBSs open, one with Twitch overlays and one with YouTube and Twitch overlays. Send the Twitch and YouTube overlays to YouTube as my like local recording copy, and then do another encoding that just goes to Twitch with the crappy 8K bitrate Twitch stream, right? And then
I guess you could still vocally thank like YouTube members and stuff. It just can't pop up on the screen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I think that would skirt around the rules. So you'd still have a video on YouTube with all of the elements in it. But as far as Twitch is concerned, you're not breaking their rules, right? Like,
don't tell anybody, but I'm not listening to the rules.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, you're gonna do that.
I'm just gonna do whatever I want and see and wait for them to give me a problem.
That also.
Back down to the 50-50 split you go, buddy.
There was one time where San Andreas was banned on Twitch, and I was just like, yes, no, and just kept doing it. No one stopped me.
I mean, I did a dual stream to YouTube and Twitch when we weren't allowed to do it one time, but they never knew about it, so I was alright.
Yeah.
It's just, is anyone are they going to care? Especially if all it is just a few bits of chat within a chat box or a membership notification once every hour or something like that. Like, how are they ever going to notice that or care or enforce it?
Yeah, it seems pretty unenforceable.
But yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't know exactly how, because you can leave the VOD up, or you can unlist it, and I don't know what to do out of those. And you can have the YouTube chat open to everybody on YouTube, or I could just do it like members only chat or something like that. And then just say, look, I'm focusing on the Twitch side. This is basically just a restream if in that way. But then people might not bother being in the YouTube stream because they can't chat unless they've paid. So I don't know. I'm gonna experiment with it, and I guess I'll follow up and see what I've decided on next time. But
I would definitely, for the first few, try doing both at the same time, like fully, like have YouTube chat and all that, and see if it like actually fosters a little community thing. But if the YouTube chat is just dead, then just don't bother, right?
But the YouTube chat often, the reason is because every time I've streamed to YouTube, the YouTube chat is horrendous.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start paying your mods double time.
YouTube chat is awful. Every time we did the content creator streams directly to YouTube, and the modding on it is terrible. It's just it isn't nice, but
I think that is just lack of community fostering stuff.
Maybe.
Like I feel like Twitch chat, if you suddenly started a stream with like 1,000 viewers and no prior community, the chat would be horrible.
Yeah,
and then over time,
none of the bad people banned already and stuff like that. Like, I suppose you've got to give it a bit of time.
Yeah, and if there's like no regulars just chatting or whatever, and then just random people just screaming at each other in chat, like in my old days, I went from 50 viewers to 5,000 viewers on my stream. That's how I started, and like that 5,000 viewer stream, the chat was absolutely horrific. But nowadays, if I had that many viewers, it'd be perfectly fine because it's just there. You've got like the foundations and stuff.
Yeah, I think the lack of mod tools is the problem for YouTube chat more than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's also like I don't want to reduce the Twitch experience. Like Twitch is the primary place where I stream, and I'm not going to be doing my Wednesday or Saturday streams on YouTube. It's just for the big Sunday streams. But I don't want to like suddenly focus on YouTube chat for a bit, and then people then have to choose whether they want to do Twitch chat or YouTube chat, and then or have to be in both or something like that, and it's a big headache. So I'm going to experiment and see what happens.
What about Kick? You can go on Kick and you can make all of the Kick sub alerts 3 times bigger than all the other ones, so people do it there instead, and you get 90%. Right?
What would your contract need to be to jump ship?
No, you just multi-stream to Kick, right? You Twitch,
well, I mean,
Kick,
we talked about
YouTube.
this already. You slide me a cool million, or even 100,000. Actually, I'll do it for 10 grand. 10 grand.
10 grand.
I mean, theoretically, I could. I could just add it to my multiple outputs thing in OBS, and that would be a new place to stream it to. It would work, but I don't think I want to right now. Well, at least I'm going to see what YouTube is like first. But considering the nightmare, the Kick is in terms of how it's being ran, I don't know whether I want to be associated with it right now.
But the 90%, Broughy.
Yeah, well. 90% of 0 is still 0.
Yeah, sure.
Anybody from Kick, 2 mil, 3 years. I'll stream. I'll quit my job and I'll stream every day. 2 mil, 3-year contract. That's all I need.
Yeah, really.
If they offered me enough money, I would just I'd exclusively stream to Kick. I'd change on my website all the Twitch section to Kick section instead.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Kicky1322.
But I mean, yeah. Well, it's interesting how the general zeitgeist is developing in this way. Now we can multi-stream, which I never imagined that Twitch would allow that. It was quite a surprise. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the next few years is like with all these different platforms.
Did you get Partner Plus? Did you qualify for that?
Oh yeah, I forgot to because was it last month that you were checking that you went into the analytics and then I was almost going to ask you, oh, where do you find that? Because I couldn't really find it, but then I did it afterwards to see how many Partner Plus points I had, and I'm not eligible for it anyway.
Not until you have a custom contract.
Yeah,
right?
Not until October 2024 do I need to worry about Partner Plus points. So I'm on 70/30 just standard until then.
Oh, so they didn't revoke your contract on that?
No.
Oh, okay, sick. All right, fair enough.
So it says you are not eligible for Partner Plus at this time.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I got it because they changed the things on it. I don't remember if we talked about that.
Oh, they made sub points be 6 points and
yes.
tier 3 be 6 and tier 2 be 2 and stuff.
Yeah, I was very, very barely not getting enough for like 2 months in a row, but then they changed it. So yeah, a tier 3 sub gives more points, and then I just barely got over it. So I was like, oh, so then then the month after I got it as well, which is the 3 months I needed, but ever since then I've been meeting it every month anyway. So
nice.
So it's essentially just extending it for an extra month. You've got it for a year.
Every time I meet it, I get an extra month. Yeah, it extends it. Yeah.
That must have been a nice. Have you had your first payment from that, like with the 70% instead of the 50%?
That's a good question, actually. What would be the first payment? I think I have, and it is noticeably bigger.
Yeah.
October wasn't super the best month stream wise for me, but I still made more than average. It's a bit weird because I had such a good month in September, so it's like I have the scary down arrow. It's like you're earning less, but it's like I'm earning less than like a ridiculous amount. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it is good. It's definitely good. It's just I really like it because it's just more money for nothing, right? Like I'm not asking people for more money. I'm not like, oh, I need more money to live. Please donate more or anything. It's just more for nothing.
Yeah, it feels like it's a genuinely a good thing that they've actually done to bring that in, because it gives people a path to a 70/30, which really should almost be the standard, to be honest. But
yeah.
Andy T, then can you give us more of an update on what's going on in your life, since you didn't want to make the start of the podcast all about you?
Because sure, why not? So I guess the one thing that I'm happiest about is that my motorcycle's running again. I could not figure out for the life of me what was going on. I knew the battery was fine. My connections looked fine. Couldn't see any frayed wires or anything. I would turn the key for the ignition, turn the engine on, switch on, and then when I hit the ignition, nothing. No like stuttering, no clicking, just nothing. And every once in a while for a few weeks, I would go and it would start up. I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't know what's happening. But then for multiple weeks, it was just done. And so I switched out like the starter relay. I was checking fuses. I was going in. I was getting my hands dirty. And then eventually I gave up. I was like, I looked into my owner's manual. I looked online. No solutions. Nothing. Connections with the starter motor. I thought it had to be a starter motor issue. That either wasn't getting a good connection. It might have been a frayed wire. Starter motor just went bad. But it's a 2007 Harley Davidson. It's not like the pinnacle of technological advancement. It's a very standard bike.
What model do you have again? It's
It's a Sportster. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like an entry level Harley.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I got to get it towed to my mechanic, see what's going on. I called a couple places. They were going to charge me like $150 plus $5 a mile. The place is 6 miles away. I'm like, I don't know if that's worth it. So my mom and a friend of hers, they had a truck with a hitch. So I just rented a U-Haul trailer. They helped me get it over there. And even my mechanic, he was like, I don't know. We're checking everything, checking fuses, checking starter relays, probably all the same stuff you did, checking connections. And they were about to start tearing into the starting motor. And some kid who just started working at the shop, just graduated, he said to the head mechanic, he was like, I bet you it's the key fob. And I was like, I don't know. And so they took the battery out of the key fob, which I had no idea was even necessary to start the bike. Changed it.
Yeah, that's crazy on a 2007 entry level bike that you've got like a key fob that'll disable your ignition.
And that was it. So
Wow.
I luckily didn't pay that much to get it fixed. I thought it was going to be hundreds of dollars to get my starting motor, like either a new one or just fixed up. Luckily didn't pay upwards of $200 to get it towed. And I got away scot-free, and now my bike works. So happy about that.
Good on him, the newly graduated mechanic, just with the save.
I know. I hope he got a gold star for that one.
No, he actually got fired because he cheated the shop out of like $400 labor.
So that's good.
After you left, the head mechanic was like, I knew it was the bloody key fob. We could have had hundreds of dollars out of him.
Oh, dude. See, this is why DRM is bad. This is exactly why.
No, my mechanic's really good. He's a really honest guy. Great work.
As far as
those are hard to find.
Yeah. So that's fun. I'll probably ride that down to. I don't want to. Haven't made it official yet, but as I alluded to, I've been seeing this girl pretty seriously for, I guess, over a month now. We met at one of those weddings I was talking about. She was
classic.
She was my cousin's maid of honor. And we just started talking, and then I went to Ireland, and then when I got back, we started hanging out, went on some dates, and so that seems to be going well. So I guess all of us are taken men. Sorry, everyone in chat. That's I was eligible
had to happen
for a while.
eventually.
It had to. Well, maybe you don't know, but so yeah, that was fun. Ireland was a great time. Got to see a lot of my family that I haven't seen in a while. Last time I was there would have been, I think, 2013. So about 10 years since the last time I was on the Emerald Isle. Spent most of my time on the West Coast. My family comes from Connemara in a town called Clifton, kind of relatively well known in Ireland.
I imagine it must be a common thing for Ireland to get a lot of American tourists coming back, because a lot of you guys are Irish, right?
Yeah, a large amount of the American population has some Irish heritage. It was great. I got to see a bunch of cousins that I haven't seen in a long time hang out. I got to golf in Ireland for the first time. That was fun. Very windy, very challenging, but probably the coolest golfing experience that I've ever had. Great views. Didn't play too well, but it was still fun. Saw some new parts. Went to Dingle, which is a fun little town. It's like a surfing, fishing town, which a lot of the west coast of Ireland is. Got to drink a lot of Guinness. And that was kind of the highlight. So, got to go overseas for a bit. And
Speaking
then nothing
of
really
Guinness,
new.
Zexy and I have actually been really enjoying stouts lately.
Dude, stouts are the best.
And I've decided I just do not like lagers anymore.
Stouts and porters, I think, are my favorite. But I also do enjoy an IPA and every once in a while an adjunct lager.
I've forgotten all of those. I looked them up at one point when we were away in the summer and we were having a stout or whatever. And I looked up, what is all these different? And I've forgotten all of it. But yeah, these dark beers, I'm quite liking them.
You might like a Dunkel. That's not the full name. It might be like a Dunkeldorf or something like that. But
is that a Harry Potter house? What is that?
Dunkels are dark lagers, I believe. But they have that chocolatey, toasty taste as well.
I'm a fan of those. Yeah.
Sorry, get into it. Start drinking beers, bro.
I know.
They're good for you. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire update. That one weekend, I had my cousin's wedding on Saturday. Didn't get much sleep that night, and then immediately had to go to another wedding for my friends, and I was just destroyed. It was insane.
It does seem like you're always at a wedding. I think
I had a lot. I had 4 this year alone. I had 2 or 3 the previous year. It's that time, I'm 29 now.
Yeah, people are getting married off.
People are getting married, having babies, doing their thing. I've got a couple next year, or at least one next year. That's going to be in Aruba, I think. So that's going to be fun.
Huh.
Yeah, life's pretty good. I like my job. It's fun.
Yeah, you're still enjoying it a lot more than Spotify.
Still enjoying it more than Spotify. No offense to Spotify, great company, but yeah, those are kind of my updates.
Cool.
Just chilling, living life. The American dream.
So, yeah, you're too busy having fun and living a quality life that you can't spare some time for this podcast. That's how good your life has been.
Yeah, sorry.
Speaking of weddings, I'm going to a wedding in December.
Oh, really?
To the other part of Ireland, the northern bit.
Oh, Belfast?
Belfast, yeah.
Nice.
I've actually not been to a wedding since, apart from my own, since I was quite young. As a guest, I haven't been to. I think I was 11 or something the last time I ever went to a wedding. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I don't know people. Obviously, I'm not as popular as you, so I don't have friends.
All the people I know are just working 70 hours a week, or
don't have time for weddings,
or smoking weed all day. They're not doing anything that leads to marriage.
All right. So, does anyone have any other life updates or something before we get into regular stuff, or anything you all want to talk about besides the things that might already be on here?
I don't even know what we're talking about next.
Yeah, you never bring up the document anyway.
Yeah. Hammer, any updates from your life?
No, everything's still shit.
Awesome.
Hooray!
Fantastic. Love to hear
I'm
it.
going to I'm seeing Eddie Izzard live this week though, so that'll hopefully cheer me up.
There you go.
That's fun.
Yeah, he's so
in
funny.
Glasgow. I'm venturing over to the West Coast.
Wow, is that like a big trip?
No, it's like an hour and a bit on the track.
What's better, the east or the west coast of Scotland?
Well, I grew up on the east side, and I prefer everything on the east side, but the west's still cool.
Okay. Just generally, Scotland is cool because it's a lot better than anything south of it. So, I have a little copyright update. I was talking about the whole Vice City got 6 copyright strikes on the first episode because I left the music on, and I appealed all of them, and then they got removed because they didn't respond within 30 days. I uploaded the first episode of San Andreas where I did exactly the same thing and left all the music on. There was 9 copyright claims on that first hour of content. Appealed them all, and they're all gone.
Fantastic.
So there was actually one on another as well, and that's appealed and gone. And then I've got 2 on 2 others that I'm appealing now, and there's still no response on them. So they're probably going to be gone in the next few days.
Okay, I'm adding it to my stream schedule right now. San Andreas radio percent. Right, and I'm gonna test this because I want to know. I've been struggling with this for so many years. I cannot believe it is that simple. You just dispute it, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay."
I mean,
like,
I've done that for years on other YouTube videos, but most of the time it gets removed. Sometimes it doesn't, but I wasn't expecting to have this kind of success with the GTA radio videos, I've got to say. But I will say that I have limited it to, like, you know, it is the first half an hour or the first hour of each gameplay. I don't have it in any of the other videos. They'll turn the radio off for all of that. And yeah, like I say, it was 6 or 9 claims for the first episode of Vice City and San Andreas, respectively. If you're going to play like the full game for 6 hours or something, and then you have like 100 different claims on a single video from all these different little snippets of songs, theoretically, if you disputed all of them, they might all be gone. But it's going to take you a while to dispute 100 claims. But
well, I mean, how many music track? You just got to keep it to one radio station. You got to just listen to the dust, so you can only have a maximum of like 24 claims.
If you remind me when you do it, I can send you the bit of text that I use to dispute it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Let me put that as my notes as well.
But yeah, I'm very happy. I wasn't expecting that, but it's like a win for the little guy in that way. Like, you know,
yeah,
especially having like 9 on one video and just all of them gone. It's like, yeah, screw you with your claiming 20 seconds of a video.
Yeah,
all right.
I gotta definitely try that.
Gaming news has no items.
Nothing there.
What?
Right.
Okay, there's like 10 billion
That
video
can't be
games
right.
have released. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing RoboCop.
Blizzard,
RoboCop is a game.
like,
RoboCop Rogue City.
Microsoft finally bought
yeah, that's true.
Blizzard. That's like a massive thing that happened.
Yeah, they did. I've got nothing really to say about it, but
Microsoft, we're going to all buy games from the same slop conglomerate of video game developers.
I started up the Xbox earlier today, and I had this full screen advertisement for Modern Warfare 3.
Oh.
Oh my god! I was like, "What is this?" And so that's something that they're doing now. You start up your console, full screen ad for the next game.
That's just console gaming, dude. Don't touch that.
Yeah, gross console, gross. You.
What else happened in gaming?
Well, I've got this thread, the alternative to Twitter. This was a thread by someone who said, in 2017, Breath of the Wild was my game of the year. In 2018, Spider-Man was my game of the year. In 2019, Control was my game of the year. In 2023, we got sequels or successors to all 3 of those games. It's been wild this year.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, there has been
true.
some big releases
Crazy
and good
games.
games. Yeah.
Spider-Man
Not that I've played
2
any of them.
was amazing. So good. I'm playing Alan Wake 2 at the moment.
Alan Wake 2 looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous.
The game is visually stunning. I'm not a fan of survival horrors at all, so it's a real chore to get through for me.
Does am I crazy, or does Sam Lake actually play the protagonist in the game, or someone?
Sam Lake plays it gets super meta. So Sam Lake is the writer/director of the Alan Wake games.
Legend, by the way, legendary man.
Also the face of Max Payne, the original face of Max Payne.
Oh, really?
Yes. His body and face is in the game, but it's a different voice actor that plays him. And they've got live action bits in the game. Where they've got like people playing the characters, but they're voice actors voicing them, but they're dubbed really well. It's so weird. So there's like a scene in the game with a talk show, and Sam Lake is there doing an interview about the book he's in the game. And it goes wild. It's pretty crazy where they go with it. It's a bit of a chore getting through the.
Do you have to play the first one
elements
to kind of?
I never played the first one, and I'm still sort of enjoying it. You get the idea. Like it's a fairly tropey thing that writer is writing stuff that is coming to life. Woo, sort of thing. You know. It's a wee bit more complex than that with this, but that's the general idea of it.
Goosebumps. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
remember that movie with
like
Jack
visually,
Black?
some of the stuff they do in the game is just incredible, like absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I watched the Digital Foundry video on the game. It just it was very impressive.
Yeah, you'll be like walking down this corridor, and they'll sort of like fade in a place where you've already been in the game, like over the top of it, and it's like it blurs together like I was walking into this room with like massive pillars in the room and whatnot, and as I was walking, the pillars were like turning into like trees, like I was walking through a forest and stuff. Just
interesting.
Incredible game visually. Absolutely amazing. But some of the puzzles and the combat and stuff, just for me, I can't get into that stuff. So like I'm playing it on story mode, and I'm just sort of like running past monsters and stuff. Like, I can't be arsed with you. I want to find out about the story. Thanks very much.
I like survival horror. I really want to get the Resident Evil 4 remake. I heard that was really good, but I've already purchased Resident Evil 4 like on 4 separate occasions for no reason.
Hey, that remake's it's pretty good from what I've heard. So time to make it a 5th.
Maybe.
Speaking of slugs to get through, I didn't last very long in Starfield.
Yeah, I started it. Really
I started it as well. I'm gonna try to play it again at some point, but it just I don't know. It's just missing something. I can't really put my finger on it. It's just missing something.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big RPG fan like that. I remember playing Skyrim originally.
Not.
Like, I liked Skyrim the first time I played it. I went back to play it. I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way, but the second time around, I didn't really have that much fun. I enjoyed Fallout 4, surprisingly.
I didn't last very long in that either.
But I don't think I would go back to it. I don't know. I started Outer Worlds when that came out. I don't know. Maybe I just need a linear story more so.
I definitely do.
I started playing. Well, I completed Outer Worlds and went, "What? That was it?"
Oh, really?
that was short and very boring. Yeah, it's those particular brand of RPGs are not my thing at all. They're just there's something about the way I think.
Yeah.
I think there's something about the way that Bethesda in particular do their RPGs, which is very old hat and very old school. And some people absolutely love that.
Yeah.
But, like, for me to be engrossed in a story, I need to be drawn in more. And this whole, as soon as you start talking to a character, you immediately zoom in on their face and the background blurs. It's
hello.
Like, that's, like, it made me appreciate a lot more what Cyberpunk did with their RPG stuff, because every interaction that you have in that game, you can just like walk around and just like, you can be like rifling through someone's filing cabinet as they're talking to you, rather than like just waiting on them talking to you and stuff. And it's just
back to Cyberpunk. I did enjoy the bit that I played. I gotta go back to that.
Yeah, I love that Broughy, a professional video game streamer, doesn't actually like any video games. I am really picky with games, I've got to say, but I always was growing up as well. I thought I liked RPGs after I played, and Mass Effect went to my number 2 of all time game series. But I every single time I've tried to play any kind of RPG since, I got bored.
Well, Mass Effect's very unique in it's like open world, but not linear, but not like it's Mass Effect's a very unique game.
Yeah,
in that
and
way.
The story really pulled me in. I think so. Like above all else, the story of games, I'm realizing, is the most important thing for me.
Yeah, well, and I think that's something that Starfield's really missing is the world just seems really uninteresting.
Yeah.
Off the start, like Mass Effect hooks you in with like this existential thread and like all these different alien races and all this stuff. It's like the first however many like hours of Starfield is like, oh, there's this thing in this cave and you touch it and something happens. Like, ooh.
Yeah, and
right.
that is literally every story mission. Like the main story is literally just a fetch quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
so it's just and another problem that I think I have with Starfield is like it seems like the gap between like what I want in my head, like the picture in my head of the ship that I want and building it seems so like wide and large because like you have to be a certain skills and do certain things to get these ship parts. And it's like I just want to mess around in the ship builder, you know.
and then then you find out that the ship parts that you're wanting don't fit together the way that you think they were going to fit together.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, they tried.
They gave it a good go.
Hey, Baldur's Gate 3 seems pretty good though. I know that's been out for a little while, but seems pretty good.
There's
just so many good games. Like the Rateless Rally game is really good as well. That came out like a few days ago.
What is that?
I think I got given a code for that, but I haven't tried it yet.
What? You gotta give it a
yeah. It was like on Twitch.
To be very, very good. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it is really good. Yeah.
I'm going to throw one out there that just released this week. The game Jusant. It's so basically think Journey, except up. It's a rock climbing discovery game, and it's just it's if you want something to like take your mind off of something and just de-stress, go and climb up a massive just.
Is it one of those
column.
like beautiful games where you see incredible like visuals?
Yeah. It's
like,
one of those very peaceful, beautiful games,
or something like that.
Yeah,
what was the game where you were with?
Jusant. Yes, which means low tide, and it takes place in like a world where the water has retreated and left this massive column where people used to live on this massive column of like coral. And like they had like a whole colony there, but like as the water has retreated over years, you find like scraps of them like worrying about where they're going to move to and things like that if they have to go out into the desert and try and find water and stuff. And that's all that it is, just finding little bits of what's left behind. There's nobody in the world. There's a few creatures running around and whatnot. There's no enemies or anything like that. It's just you, and you have to climb. And you have to. There's various like bits you have to. You're basically the end game is trying to bring back the water to this world.
Sounds nice.
It's great. It's great. Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I am really picky with games because I didn't like the first Spider-Man game, and everyone raved about it, and everyone's raving about Spider-Man 2, and I have no interest in it. Like, I don't know.
Well, now you've been to New York City. You should be like, oh, this is where I met RDT. This is where we got frozen yogurt together.
The incredible thing about Spider-Man 2 is it's a game where every single thing is better than the predecessor. Like, every single thing is better. Like, I didn't... Like, the combat in the original is pretty snappy and like it's nice. It's all right. It gets better in Miles Morales because there's more to do. But then you get to Spider-Man 2 and they've just like it's the same, but everything is so much better and so much more like it's difficult to explain. It's just so much more snappy and just like responsive, and like you can like really like mix stuff up with the stuff that you're doing, and it's just an incredible game. Just amazing.
I think, it's something like that lives or dies on the story for me, because I just got bored in the middle part of Spider-Man. I enjoyed the start and I enjoyed the end, and then I was just so bored for the most of the game. It's like,
yes.
it's all about...
The first one, completely agree with you, had a huge pacing issue, but the second one, they've like completely sorted. Like the second half of the game is just like massive set piece mission after massive set piece mission after
Okay.
massive set piece mission, and it's just like incredible. It's wild. Yeah, love it.
All right, let's move on to a racing corner, I guess.
Let's go, Max. He won like weeks ago, didn't he? Didn't he just win the championship?
In Formula One terms, yeah. There's been no
Yeah.
point in ever anyone else turning up, really.
Hey man, Perez might lose second to Hamilton if he keeps
That's true.
driving like crap.
Wasn't the
That'll be
sprint
funny.
qualifying on like now? whilst
Yeah,
we were
literally
doing
right
this?
now. Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
now. I thought it was an hour ago.
No, yeah, sorry, it was an hour ago. But like
Ah.
interesting things have happened in it, so I don't want to spoil myself. So
Oh, okay.
Where is this week? Mexico?
Cut that off. Yeah,
Brazil.
Mexico. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Mexico was
last week was Mexico. It's all happening so fast. It's Brazil.
But they
yeah,
do,
Mexico was last
Oh,
week because I was able to watch a little bit of it.
But I find the sprint week. I still can't handle the sprint races. I still think they're terrible and should just be removed immediately. Like just get either if you're not going to reverse the entire grid based on championship order, then don't do anything at all because they're just boring to me.
Yep.
And I've always thought that since they started introducing them.
Let's pray that eventually happens, because
Yeah.
it's just terrible without that. But like the teams, though, we're gonna crash under the slower cars in front of us. Like, they don't want it.
You won something on iRacing, Josh.
I won a thing. This is not news. Month waiting for news. Oh my god. Yeah. We took part in the prolaps. Took part in the Petit Le Mans, the mini Le Mans. It was a 10-hour Road Atlanta race. It was me, Carl, and Catnip, the three of us. We did the race, and we won the LMP2 class, the middle class. Yeah, I have a little. Wait, where is it? Hang on.
Oh, he's gonna.
I have a little thing. Look at
He
this.
printed out his certificate. I should
Yeah,
have that for my
certificate
championship.
in my frame.
Look
yeah.
at that.
Unfortunately,
Nice.
it just says my name on it and not the team's name. That I might try to print a better one at some point, and also it's not even A4. But anyway, it was the one
Nice,
iRacing
congrats.
gave me. But yeah, that was cool. The way we won was by having Carl and Catnip drive a lot and me not drive a lot. It was great.
A genius plan.
It was
And then
like
your name
towards
is on the trophy.
yeah, it was like towards the end, when it was like my time to drive again, and we're still in first place. We were like, you know what? Let's let Carl drive, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's just do that. But yeah,
and
no,
you
it
got
was-
the credit, yeah.
I got some of the credit. I got a third of the credit. I was there.
On the printout, you got the credit on the certificate.
Oh no, okay, but everyone gets their own
Yeah, okay.
sprint out. Like,
I think even cheerleaders in the NFL get Super Bowl rings. So
yeah. I streamed the whole thing as usual. It was great. It was very stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There was a lot of crashing. We had I can't quite remember now. We had a little bit of an incident at the start, which meant we were off cycle, like pit cycle, but we managed to like claw it back, and in the end, it didn't matter. But we were having a really intense battle with first or second place, depending on who would pit. But they had a massive crash at one point. Yeah, we just managed to not die. It was the main thing. We just didn't die super hard, and
good.
yeah, it was very strange doing the practice races for it, because where we were driving the LMP2, iRacing have started adding all of the new like GTP or LMGTP or whatever they're called. The
LMDH.
LMP ones, LMDH, yeah, like whatever that. I still call them LMP ones,
Yeah.
but they're adding all the new like hypercars, like hybrid stuff. So everyone is like super hyped about those. And the other car in the class was GT3s, which are always hyper popular. So there were so few LMP2s. I was racing in top split, like on the most popular series on iRacing. So I would go into a race and like, oh, everyone has 9,000 I rating. All right, then let's do this, right?
That's
so, like,
funny.
Yeah, people were
Right.
like absolutely horrifically aggressive and just expected you to get out of their way immediately and stuff. It was like, yeah. And then like streamers were driving past me all the time, and I'm like, oh, don't kill them, Josh. Like, like, yeah.
I had that exact same experience this morning.
You were playing iRacing?
Yeah, and I raced an LMP2 in the top split of IMSA.
Oh yeah. LMP2 is so unpopular at the moment.
Yeah, there was 5 people
else.
racing LMP2 in the entirety of the series, so there was only 5 of us in the race, and the rest of because of that we were in the top split with all the other. There was one guy with like 9,000 I rating.
Yeah. You just get straight into top split on the most popular series on iRacing.
Yeah.
And you're just absolutely like swarmed. Yep.
But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed overtaking the GT3s. I enjoyed having to like get overtaken by the LMDHs and figure out the best for that. And I ended up second out of the 5.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
So
of course,
it's good. With the middle class is the most interesting. Yeah, because you have the hardest job overtaking people and your hardest job getting overtaken.
Yeah.
And it is like it's more of like it's less about raw pace and more about like traffic management and just being smart and not killing yourself.
That's why I always used to do GT2 in the MCEC and GTA because you got the both best of both worlds of overtaking and having to be overtaken by the faster cars. But with only 5 people racing, it's like it's not gonna last. Surely, like it's everyone's just racing the fastest cars. So,
well, GT3s, but
no, I mean like everyone's racing the fastest downforce cars and then the GT cars, like the middle, the step down of the downforce with the LMP2s. I don't think surely they're just going to remove it.
No, well, LMP2 was first added. It was super popular. It is just because of the GTP hype right now, where they keep adding a new car into that class like constantly. People are just hyped around it. Hopefully it will even out, is what I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know, because then they don't even have LMP2s in the WEC anymore.
Don't they?
In real life. It's only at Le Mans, I think.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it will get removed. Then that is a dead series walking.
Yeah.
Then it's like if it's like not the thing in real life anymore, then okay, fair enough.
I really enjoyed driving it, and I want to learn because I'm not very good.
Honestly. I tried to get you to drive it for like 2 years.
I know.
You were like, "Oh, it's too fast. Oh, I'm not good enough." Even though I'm way better than Josh already, and I hardly ever play. But I'm not good enough for LMP2. And I'm like, "It's so good, bro. Just drive the car."
If you tell him to do something, he won't do something. Like I've been trying to get him to do VR on iRacing for so long, just because it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, not for streaming it, but okay.
Well, yes, yeah. But driving wise, it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, I know. But then the VR stuff's all set up in Xerxes' room, and it's a pain in the ass to move it. And...
That's the way I am with my wheel setup. It's just like such a like you're lucky you've got your like cockpit over there to the side. I have to drag mine out of the closet and put it together. It's just too much. It's like I'll just use the controller today.
I think if I could, I would play not VR for stream, because it is just such a getting my PC to like render a stream and do VR and render the game is just like so difficult. And the stream quality is terrible, and everyone hates all the jiggling head and everything. Yeah.
But like it's ironic that I'm like I still believe all that though, that I'm not good enough to race LMP2.
It's nuts. I fucking hate you. We say you're like, oh, I'm going to play iRacing for 5 minutes today. Oh, I've never driven this car on this track. Oh, look, I did a lap. Oh, and I'm just like, it takes me like 2 days to learn a track. Like, god damn it, man. Like this, for the Petite Le Mans, all week leading up to the 10-hour race, I was like, I fucking hate this track. I fucking hate this series. I hate everything. It was like all just me being miserable and grumpy the entire time because I'm just driving like an idiot. I can't do it. And then you were like, oh,
we have to put up with exactly the same things on Broughy's stream. It's like, oh, I'm never going to hit that time. Oh, I'm terrible. Oh, I'm terrible. And then hitting fastest lap after fastest lap in the race.
It's like, god damn it. You actually have natural talent. It's so annoying and I hate it. It's like frustrating to watch. And you're like, oh, I'm not good enough to drive these cars. Like, god damn it.
I don't believe it though.
Fastest lap.
There was an iRacing stream. I'll have to watch that back.
But it's ironic that I'm getting into it now that it's dead. Like,
yeah. Is there what is in real life then instead of LMP2? Like,
It's just the LMDHs and the GT3s because the LMDHs are so popular. There's so many manufacturers.
Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Oh well, I hope that series doesn't. I liked the whole. They only just added LMP3s to iRacing.
Paddy did say that LMP2 are still in the IMSA series though. So
okay, then no, it's fine. They follow the American series.
Yeah.
So then LMP2 is fine. Then okay,
but
thank fuck.
If nobody joins those races, it's like the what is it? The Mustang in the PCC. Like nobody races it. There's like 2 people every time. There's no point in doing it.
So for the 10-hour race, there was plenty of LMP2s. Like, I don't think it's super dead. I think it's okay. It's still a fun car to drive. I haven't changed anything about it. It's just other series, like the LMDHs are just so hype right now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it happens in real life as well, yeah. But yeah, they literally only just added LMP3s. They're not going to remove the LMP2s, surely.
But then I feel like iRacing could do so. I say this every time I do an iRacing stream. They could do so much better with funneling people into different series, or like LMP3s at like LMP3s and GT4 at like a D license thing to introduce people to these cars and multi-class, and then LMP2 fixed at C and stuff like that. Like they could progress people so much better in that way. I think at the different licenses.
They keep adding so many open wheel cars. I really hope they eventually split the open wheel and endurance racing licenses into 2 and then just redo the whole progression.
Yeah, they should.
Speaking of iRacing, have you seen the news about their latest update they've talked about?
Rain, right?
Yeah, Rain. It's actually happening. It's
Rain will probably come out.
Yeah. No, December. It's gonna happen. Like they said roughly. Like it's like, it's pretty certain it's December now. So
we don't have any details on it, do we? Or like, are they going to is it going to be like random rain at various stages, or where you are, or something?
I haven't read it super hard because it only happened a few days ago. I'm not 100% certain how they're going to implement it, but we'll have to see. But just the fact that it's happening at all, like, oh god, rain's happening, hooray! Yeah, so it's going to be one of these things that everyone wants. It's going to get everyone back into the game, and then it's going to rain one race, and everyone's going to die.
No one will know how to drive in the rain.
Yeah, definitely. But you've driven in the rain, and you'll just nail it and be like, I'm not very good at this.
Going to say, absolutely your time to shine when the rain comes on. You're literally going to be the Jensen Button of iRacing.
Yeah.
Like that real life racing episode where I go from like 20th to 5th in 3 laps or something. Like I'll do that in iRacing.
Yep. Yeah, you're just it's your time to kick ass, dude.
There was a message in the forums by staff saying the road license split is close. Oh, okay, so maybe they
are actually going to do that. Oh, sick. Okay, nice.
Wasn't the NASCAR license recently purchased by?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they got it back.
Did they?
Yeah, okay. NASCAR and iRacing together again.
Huh. They lost the
look at you knowing stuff.
Thing.
And they're making a NASCAR game, right? A standalone NASCAR game.
Oh,
that's
yes,
what it is.
I hope so. Because listen, I'm not a big NASCAR fan. I have some friends that are, and that should be better than NASCAR Heat 5 or Ignition that came out like last year or 2 years ago. So
yeah. Hopefully they'll make just a fun console game. Like that'll be a good laugh.
I'd like to go to a NASCAR race at some point in my life. Feels like
well, you come visit me. I can make that happen. You can come down. We can go to Talladega together.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do this. Like, what's the schedule? Like, we
plan on going to Pocono next summer. The Tricky Triangle.
Oh, yeah.
So, going to meet a bunch of Xbox friends there. So
it just feels like it would be cool. It's one of those cool experiences of just seeing all these cars.
Just see the best that America
just get the
has
plane
to offer.
ticket. Stay on my couch. I'll take you to Talladega. It'll be a great time.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. If I film it can be a business expense, right? Like,
yeah, make a video out of it.
There you go.
Speedrun Corner. I have something for Speedrun Corner.
Whoa, what is this? Okay.
Yeah. I got a world record in a speedrunning thing.
Oh, in
I
the
know what it is.
Classic speedrunning fashion, you made your own category and got a world record in it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Although there were already runs in the category before I had something to beat. I didn't just,
it wasn't just you're the only person on the
board. Good old G-Fred any percent. getting the 10 minutes G-Fred in 10 minutes 22 seconds. I managed to do it in, and it has since been beaten because of course, and we've had the first under 10-minute G-Fred. More affinity, and both of the runs that beat me got a Sanchez immediately in the run.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask strats. Like, how does it? Yeah,
the bike.
Like,
the bike is the key. It basically, you get it. You just keep resetting until you find that Sanchez on the first roll. And
this is really fun to listen to and watch because you're learning all of the things that the early GTA speedrunning community learned. Like, we used to just be like, oh, we're driving along, we see a faster car, we'll like get out of our car, get into the faster car and start driving it. It's like, oh, and then we figure out that switching car is slow, which I watched you running and you were like, yeah, switching car on the highway is terrible. Why are we doing it? It's like, yeah, it's never worth it. Just keep the stopping, the getting out, the getting in the other car, the being up to speed. Like, if the car is a second or faster around a lap, like, how many seconds were you driving the slower car for? It's never worth it. Yeah, and then, and bikes all the time motorbikes. Yes. Yeah, Sanchez.
So I've still got the record for the fastest any % G-Fred without using a bike. So that's still got something.
Category.
Yeah, I got a new category.
Any % no bike.
Yeah. It's not an official category, but I can still have it to my heart. It was a fun experience. Like, as soon as I was beaten, like the next day, I think after I put the video up, I was like, I have no desire to go back to it and do all that again. Like, I was so done with it. But the actual experience of going through it and then getting it, and then also putting together that video, which I thought turned out quite well, I really enjoyed all of that. But I never want to do it again. I'm happy to have had the experience once, and now I'm
It was fun. You doing runs, and then at the end of the day, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to do these runs tomorrow. I didn't get the goal I wanted," and I was like, this is how it starts."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't do it on the Saturday, so I had to try on the Sunday.
Yeah, so it was like the record was beaten overnight as well, but only by like 5-10 seconds, something like that.
I think it was a good 8 seconds the record came down by.
Yeah, it was something like that. But I didn't let Brough know, but like someone messaged me that night, said I've absolutely demolished the record. Should I tell Brough about it and post it? I was just like, could we maybe hold off just a little bit, just to, because that will absolutely shatter his confidence. And then thankfully, Brough came on and did like 2 runs the next day and just absolutely demolished that time. So,
yeah, if you'd have told me that the new time, I probably would have like, okay, there's no way. I won't even bother. But the fact that you kept it secret,
I know you. Yeah, I know you. It would have absolutely destroyed you.
And then, for me to still have beaten that, like, it made it all worthwhile in the end.
Exactly.
So that's everything apart from one last thing on here that, you have various bike stories or something. Do you want to finish off with that? Or is it not important enough to even bring up?
It's such a long story.
Yeah, no, I've got to get going.
Yeah, it's why. No.
All right, maybe next time you can give us the short version of that when you give us some other updates on your bike.
Is it about a stolen bike?
No, unfortunately not.
I've also had a bicycle stolen in my life. Not fun.
Oh.
Yeah, you haven't had any progress on that. No.
Nothing though.
Typical. All right. Well, thank you all for being here and watching and listening wherever you are. Nos, have a good 14-hour shift at work.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
All right. Do you want to say goodbye, guys?
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye.